Let's go.
Welcome back, hockey fans. This is going to be a short segment of Lightin The Lamp, but this is something very exciting that Mr. Ginta and I have to talk about. We're coming back right after the NHL Lottery Draft, and can we tell you, we're lighting the lamp. It's going on today, and I got to say, JG, we saw your reaction video.
Let's fucking go. That's all I got to say. If you saw the reaction video, you saw me say it 6 times. I mean, that was organic. The wife snagged me. A little embarrassing, but fuck, we're lighting the lamp here, so I might as well throw it out for everybody to see, make fun of me a little bit. I mean, I'm more excited than the Rangers winning the playoff series, to be honest with you. I mean, couldn't get any better. I'd rather get swept than get Alexis Lafreniere than be playing tonight. So, organic reaction, to say the least. I mean, beyond excited. The dogs were pissing themselves on the couch. Alex was freaking out. Quiet down. Not going to happen, sweetheart. The New York fucking Rangers got the best draft pick since Austin Matthews.
Hot take, best draft pick since Austin Matthews. But we here are lighting the lamp. We're so excited. I was a jerk off and missed the whole thing because I just don't know how to tell time and missed the 6 p.m. Eastern start. Was at the gym. I had my man JG sending me hieroglyphics in terms of text messages because the kid was so pumped up. Nothing he was saying came out right. I had no idea what had happened. And then he tells me we won the first pick. I basically shit my pants at the gym. It was such a spectacular moment. I almost jumped up. I was already doing box jumps. I think I could have done just another 2 feet because holy shit, we just got the first round pick. I mean, honestly, just like JG said, getting swept was embarrassing, but we just hit. It's called the lottery for the reason because we just won the lottery. And, you know, from everything that the tape says and for what everything Alexis Lafreniere did in the World Juniors shows that he might be the best player since Austin Matthews in an NHL draft. But, you know, we'll see what we see. I mean, Austin Matthews scored 4 goals in his first game. Can he replicate that? I, as a Ranger fan, could not be more excited and want to see that happen.
I mean, I would love to see it. I couldn't care if he goes -2 in his first game. At the end of the day, the kid is electric, even if it takes him some time to learn here. All you got to do, I told you the video to watch. You go watch his World Junior highlights. I mean, he controlled an entire world of 20 and under hockey players. He was by far and above the best player on the ice at all times in the tournament. Just incredible, the way he handles the puck, the way he moves the puck, the way he sees the net. I mean, he could score from just about anywhere. I mean, he gets in there. He mixes it up. I mean, he's got, like Jeff Gordon said, the competitive edge, and we missed that. I mean, you watched it in this series. We have some guys who have it, but as a team in a whole, we don't have the competitive edge right now, and that's part of the rebuild. We need to get a little tougher, but I mean, Alexis Lafreniere, man. I'm still smiling ear to ear like it was yesterday again. I can't get over the fact that lottery ball dropped. I mean,
you even just think of how it happened, right? The Minnesota Wild ball pops up, hits the Toronto Maple Leaf ball, doink, doink, out, and then the Rangers ball gets swept right up the tunnel, right up the chute. JG goes off in an absolutely beaut manner. He lit the lamp, I think embodied what lighting the lamp truly means as one of our hosts last night in that video. And holy shit. I mean, I got to say, for a Rangers fan, not just like – I know we're an NHL, YouTube channel and podcast, but, as a Rangers fan, as we are, biased towards the Rangers,
1,000%.
All the fans, listen, the future's set. We just got another, 50-point, 60-point goal scorer, probably someone that will be looked at for the Calder Trophy next year.
You're looking for me, watching what I've seen, 50 to 60 points should be a rookie to sophomore season. There's no reason this kid is not a 70 to 90-point scorer in this league. He is dominant. He's got the size. He's got the skill. He's got the grit. He wants to win. He doesn't care about anything but winning.
He's got the hockey IQ.
The World Juniors.
He's
got hockey IQ. Haven't seen, like I said again, since Austin Matthews. I mean, you could go. We could pull up a list of draft picks right now. In the last couple of years, it's been a quiet couple of years. Kako and Hughes going to be great players. Not there yet, but this looks like a kid who's going to come out and play right away and play a big role. So, couldn't be more excited as a Ranger fan. Kako last year had a similar reaction. The reaction was on steroids this year. This is a totally different feeling. it gives you chills to your bones as a Ranger fan here. It
Just to know he's a stud.
Feels like the future is on its way and it's coming big. So very excited, man.
Hot take here. You know, I still think my take from JG and I were talking. I still think Jeff Gordon should trade the Hurricanes pick, maybe next year's first round draft pick, and we also send off maybe a goaltender. And I say we go for, I'd say Ottawa's number 3 pick, and I think we get Quentin Byfield. I think we lock up another center. I think we end this rebuild, and we just get the center we need. We get the other winger we need, and now we have 2 probably the most dangerous lines in the NHL, backed up by 2 very gritty lines of pretty good depth. And then on D, we also have Keandre Miller coming up in a nice rookie contract, but he's going to step into a pretty big role on D, right next to Fox, right next to D'Angelo, right next to Trouba, kind of lining out that top 4. And then we have options to rotate in for our top 2-6. So, I mean, I don't know, because you have Panarin on now 6 more years. You have Mika Zibanejad, I think, for 4 more. You have Kreider for 7. I mean, you set the clock. The clock is started at 7 years. You have 7 years to put a few cups in our hands.
And let's be honest here.
I would not be waiting. Let's
be honest here. Kreider and Panarin, they're in their primes, but they're not getting any younger. So for me, after grabbing the first overall, it's time to put the pedal to the metal and go after it all.
Go after a cup right now.
You just got your franchise player for the next 10 years. I mean, if this kid's not a 35-goal, 70 to 80-point guy for the rest of his career, I'd be extremely surprised and disappointed. I mean, from watching what I've watched from past junior performances, Kreider included, number 19 overall pick, was a great World Junior guy. These kids that play that way in the World Juniors usually pan out to be some of the best in the league.
The coaches, had a great performance. Lafreniere's coaches said that they hadn't seen someone like him with his poise, his IQ, his ability, his toughness, his competitiveness, and his skill set since Crosby. And I would say Matthews is just like Crosby. I would say McKinnon is just like Crosby. But again, when we talk about it, these are timeless players dating back to 2007, 2008. If we have a player for 13 years, that's our next franchise. That's our next Hank. Hank's been around for 13, 14 years.
I mean, I got to be honest, as close as those guys are to Crosby, they aren't. Because, I mean, without the leadership and the Stanley Cups, I mean, you're not – until I see McDavid and Matthews put the product on the ice and walk away with the hardware, you can't really compare anybody to Crosby. But to hear that a player has this skill set of Sidney Crosby from his coaches is it's a scary thing for the rest of the league, man. I think a lot of these teams are going to be shitting their pants coming into the Garden next year, and I couldn't be more excited about it. I mean, this lineup is getting more and more electric by the day. We just keep on snagging younger and younger, faster and faster, more skilled and more skilled talent. One of the only things I'm losing here, we need the toughness now. You know, Brendan Lemieux's not enough. We got to go out there. For me, hot take, Evander Kane. Go out there, make San Jose eat some of his salary. Let's send a couple of pieces. That's a guy, 28, 29, fits the mold of a contending team. He can throw the mitts. He can score 25. And he's a leader. He's a little crazy, but he's a little bit of a leader and a vet, and I love him. I mean, for me, we need to get tougher. We're not going to be better until we're tougher. We were weak and soft in that last series, and we need to step it up a bit.
I 100% agree with you. And, I mean, I think beyond also maybe signing some veterans, I mean, that goes along with, again, going out there and getting maybe a 6'4", 230-pound Quentin Byfield, who's a center, and we desperately need a center along with a wing, right? And I think, again, let's spend some draft capital and let's make some moves right now. But, I mean, for me, I have to think next year we're going to be seeing Mika, Panarin, and Lafreniere, unless you're putting Mika, Kreider, Panarin, and then you're going Lafreniere, Capo, and Hedl or something like that.
And possibly even Vitaly Kravtsov, depending on the camp he has. I mean, the options are endless. Obviously, Anderson was a bust. Don't really care to say anything nice about him. We're nice about all hockey players on this podcast, but at the end of the day, how you don't come represent your team in the playoffs. You were a seventh overall draft pick. I mean, you haven't played to your abilities. Yeah, you're probably not happy about your ice time, but for me, he's now at this point replaceable. And obviously, he's still young and could be good somewhere else, but obviously he's a replaceable asset for us. So for me, it's time to fire some of these assets and really step it up and pick up some players that are ready to win now. I mean, we have the prospects, we have the young guns, and Lafreniere shores that up even more. Like you said, if we can hot take and grab a third and get Quentin Byfield, it doesn't get much better than that. So I mean, obviously we don't know if that's going to happen. It most likely will not. But I mean, still extremely excited to grab a guy like Lafreniere and just move forward here. I mean, another piece.
Other than Ottawa not picking up the phone, what's stopping you from moving that, right? Like, what are you saving it for? Like, let's jack up New York and let's put all the pieces in place now. Like, I don't want to wait anymore. So, I don't know. I don't really have much more. I'm just so excited. The Rangers with the number 1 overall pick. I hope we get to see some more exciting things. I really agree with JG's comment. Rangers need to get tougher. We need to bring that grittiness, that blue-collar feel back to this team, just beyond the skill and talent, and just, the kind of razzle-dazzle apart that New York also kind of –
We need more of the Ryan Lindgrens is
right.
what we need. We need more of those guys that are going to be the Dan Girardis and the those bottom tier, those heart and soul 10-year Rangers that are a fifth, sixth, a fourth, fifth, sixth defenseman, a third, fourth line player. We miss that. We're piecing too much together on the bottom six, and
when
we
Jesper
really
went down,
we really need to bring in some stuff and shore it up.
Yeah.
We need another Jesper Fast. I mean, but again, we need to get tough. And Evander Kane, I'll take a Ryan Reeves.
I'll take
anything of that sort. We need to put somebody on the ice that scares the opponent. We have plenty of talent. If one guy can't play like the rest of them, but he puts fear in the heart of the opponent, I want him. And that's it. He doesn't have to fight. He just needs to go out there and make his presence be known. And we miss that. Lemieux he's still got some skill. He could be a 20-goal guy. I just don't see him being that scary presence. He's more of a gnat, like a Matthew Tkachuk to me than a imposing force. So, we definitely need to get tougher. On that note, Alexis Lafreniere, just an absolute weapon, stud, good-looking, smart kid. I mean, welcome to New York, pal. Jeff Gordon, if you bypass this guy, I will not be watching the New York Rangers. So that's just another hot take here. But, congratulations to the New York Rangers and all the fans as pumped as us out there. What a fucking night last night. Makes getting swept all worth it. And see you on the next episode, ladies and gents.
See you on the next episode. Congrats, New York. Congrats, Alexis Lafreniere. Welcome to New York, buddy. Let's go.